Hello, welcome to Premier League news. First of all, subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Chelsea has confirmed a new British transfer record of £106.8 million for World Cup winner Enzo Fernandez, capping off an unprecedented winter spending spree in the Premier League. The top-flight English clubs spent a record £815 million in the January transfer window, far surpassing the previous record of £430 million in 2018 and nearly 3 times the amount from last January. Meanwhile, total spending in the other so-called Big Five European leagues, in Spain, Italy, Germany and France, was only £225 million in comparison. Chelsea led the charge with Fernandez's record transfer and an £88.5 million contract for striker Mikhailo Mudryk. The Blues' spending alone, approximately £318 million, is more than the combined spending of all other clubs in the 5 big leagues outside the Premier League in January. The spending comes in relation to financial fair play, which deals with how UEFA evaluates clubs' annual expenses. Instead of recording all fees spent on a player as expenses in a given year, the value is spread over the length of the player's contract. This means that, for example, a £50 million contract for a player who receives a 5-year contract will be treated by the board as a £10 million expense per year during the duration of the contract, instead of £50 million in the year the transfer was made. This explains why Chelsea made the uncommon step of distributing 7- and 8-year contracts to its high-money transfers, reducing the total value recorded as transfer spending per season. However, reports suggest that UEFA may close this loophole this summer and impose 5-year contract limits, which may have motivated the Blues to go all out to sign Fernandez before the Tuesday deadline. Amidst all the spending, a full-season record had already been broken with £1.92 billion spent in the summer. Spending then exceeded the £2 billion mark for the first time and extended to a final total of £2.8 billion, a new historical record. Callum Ross, Assistant Director of Deloitte's Sports Business Group, said, "Record transfer spending in January, surpassing the previous record of £430 million in January 2018. In terms of 2022-23 seasonal spending, Premier League clubs are now over £2.5 billion, highlighting the level of spending capability they have in the market at the moment." He added that the other Big Five leagues collectively are making more from sales than they are spending on transfers, a stark comparison to the Premier League's net spending of £1.5 billion. The Premier League was the only one of the 5 big leagues to actually increase its media rights in the last cycle, all others decreased or remained unchanged, he said. The previous record season saw £1.43 billion spent in the summer of 2017. With the £430 million from the January window totaling £1.86 billion. This campaign has surpassed that, and Mr. Ross does not see any relief in the near future.